Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video, I'm getting ready to hit the trails and do a little bit of mountain biking. And in today's video, we are going to look at these Drop Manufacturing tabletop gloves. Now in the past, I've taken a look at Drop Manufacturing's gloves and I liked them greatly. The Cascade gloves for me were a good, hard-use, durable pair of winter gloves that I've used quite a bit. I liked them to the point where working with Drop at this point, I did want to take a look at another pair of their gloves. Now these are a lightweight mountain biking glove, very well made. I have a couple of pairs here. So we are going to look at these. I have my buddy, he's on his way. We're going to hit the trails and both of us are going to give our thoughts on these, give a review, and hopefully put them through the paces. Now I have worn these once already on a very simple little road ride just to get a feel for them. I can say already, I know that they're comfortable, but there's definitely some thoughts in my mind and I'd love to share that with you. And if you're interested in seeing just a little bit more about what I'm about to talk about, do me a favor. Stay tuned. So as I mentioned, these are the tabletop mountain biking gloves from Drop Manufacturing. So these to me are just about the perfect weight. When I'm mountain biking, I want a good tactile feel. I want to be able to feel the bars. I want to be able to feel my brake levers, but at the same time, I want just a little bit of padding and protection for my hands, and that's exactly what you get with these gloves. So looking at the palms here, you will see there is just a little bit of padding right on the palm and across the inside of your knuckles. So just right where your sort of fingertips are going to sit on the bars, you end up with that little bit, kind of where you would end up with calluses. Now me, for the most part, my hands are in reasonably rugged shape. I do a lot of work with my hands, so my hands don't typically bother me, but to have a little bit of padding right there definitely helps. Good overall grip on the fingers and the thumbs, so you'll see right here basically where you're gripping onto the levers and then where you're going to be gripping right onto the bars. You do have just a little bit of rubberized grip there, not so much on your ring finger and the pinky, but that's perfectly fine. I think having this little bit of grip there definitely will help. Now I have had similar gloves in the past, but none of them with quite the same features. So for example, I did not have the little bit of rubberized grip here, so just a little bit different. Now I have had gloves in the past with much more padding, so that'll be interesting to see how these stack up against them. But for the most part, like I mentioned, I have briefly used these and they do seem to be comfortable. Now one of the things that I greatly like, if you look at the actual material, it is perforated, so you do get some decent airflow and the ability for these to vent, keep your hands reasonably cool while you're out there. And at the same time, you'll notice on the back of your hand here also this nice thin material. Now you have these rubberized fingers that add just a little bit of durability and armor, and then your nice Velcro enclosure at the bottom. So generally speaking, I feel as though these have all the features that you're looking for. These are definitely comfortable and fit me fairly well. This is a size large. I'm going to put them on in a second so you can see how they fit my fingers. They're just a touch snug, but that is definitely what I want. I want something that's form fit and fits me well. It's not flopping all over the place. I want that good quality tactile feel, and that's what I get out of these gloves. Now one thing that caught me a little bit by surprise, when you look at the fingertips of the thumb and the index finger, it looks as though there's this little reinforced stitching. I thought this was basically so I could use a touch screen of a smartphone. It does not appear to be that way. I find that to be one small downfall, the fact that you cannot use your smartphone. I've tried, it doesn't seem to work for me. I'm not sure if that's the intention, but for me it doesn't work, and that's one thing that I think would be helpful. I use a lot of mapping tools and when I hike and also when I mountain bike to really track my rides, figure out where I've been, and give me a little bit of guidance at different points along the way. So the ability for me to keep my gloves on while using my smartphone would definitely be a bonus. So that's one thing that I think is just a little bit of a downfall and would be a nice addition to these gloves. Now, as I mentioned, I thought these would have the ability to use a smartphone and really navigate the screen. As you look here, neither one of these work. I'm trying to get my thumb on here, get my finger on here. So it does not appear to work. I cannot get into my phone, and I'm not sure if you're supposed to be able to, but I certainly cannot. So that's unfortunate. I think it would be excellent to have the ability to use these with a device, but hey, you can't get it all sometimes. But in a future release, that would definitely be a good upgrade. Now, one thing I noticed when I look at Drop's website for the tabletop mountain bike gloves, it does say that these are touchscreen compatible index and thumb, which seems a little bit funny. Now, I obviously tried. I cannot get it to work. Maybe it's just my phone. Now, giving this one more try, as I use my fingers, I can kind of get this to work, but I need to be very, very, I would say, distinct with my movements. I need my fingers to be very, very flat. It's kind of working. I need to be very specific with my movements. So that's the thing. It's actually not convenient to the direction. Like, I want it more on my actual like fingertip. I need to run my finger very flat, and that's not really conducive to the things you need to do with a smartphone. So that's one thing, just a little adjustment maybe to how these are manufactured. As I use it here, you'll see it's hit or miss. And the thing is, with the dramatic kind of movements I need to make, I get kind of onto the rubberized section of the finger, which doesn't allow it to move fluid. So I'm going to practice here. I mean, I've had gloves in the past that I'm able to really use my smartphone very easily. This is not the case. It's a little bit difficult. And it's not working quite as easily as with other sets of gloves. And when I'm trying to do anything with any level of detail, I certainly cannot do that. So anyway, as I'm trying to navigate here, let's see if I can even get through the navigation. I mean, I'm not really getting the menu that I'm hoping for. So if I had to select the mountain bike gloves, trying to get that to actually select, and it's difficult. So, does it work? Yes. Is it efficient? No. Should it be adjusted? Probably. But here, as you see, I slide these on. They are fairly comfortable, fairly snug, fit my hands beautifully. Again, I have a large size hand, and these fit just perfect. I find as though the finger lengths are exact. They go right into the sort of crevices of my fingers. Absolutely perfect. They fit very well. Now, one thing you may notice is that the actual cuff is fairly short. It is not a long cuff. So if you want a glove with a longer cuff, these may not be the gloves for you. But for me, I kind of like the fact that there's a short cuff here. They don't have a ton of extra material. I find as though they're comfortable. They fit my hands very well. They fit perfectly, actually, with no spare material, and I like that. These fit me very efficiently. They're comfortable. I like the overall shape. I'm going to keep an eye on all the construction here as I use these. Hopefully they're good and durable, but at this point, let's hit the trails. So yeah, check those out. Let me know what do you think.
Like Christmas.
Well, what do you currently wear?
You got a flint.
What up, buddy? You ready to go ride it? You ready to go? Look at him.
I can already tell you I like this. That pad right there and that padding there. Looks breathable.
So what do you wear, a large?
Yeah.
Alright, that's good. These are a large.
Yeah, they fit perfect.
Nice. I feel like they get the finger length ratio pretty much perfect where that fits.
Yeah.
Fits real nice.
Fits real great.
Nice.
Large, I recommend if you have a large hand, get an extra large, which makes sense, but
yep.
I don't have a huge hand.
Yeah, so you have a regular large hand. Not like not the extra. We can get those tags off of there.
So far, they fit great. And they are padded, durable. I like them.
You have race face.
These things are worn.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, I can see like the padding, for example, is a little bit different. It's in different spots.
This has more padding.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I like the perforations.
I like this. I like that grippy part there. And it's even padded up here for all the brush I run into. It's nice.
You don't run into brush, do you?
Oh yeah.
Nice. All right, we'll get the tags off and hit the trails.
Let's do it.
Go, bud. Go. Got
the only part that has the cloth almost feels like suede. That's nice, soft on the face. Get the clean one. Oh, soft. I like it.
Nice. What do you think there, buddy? Go straight down.
Keep it going. I messed up.
What do you think? Final synopsis? How'd you feel?
It felt good. I liked them.
No hot spots?
Could be the fitting of my hand in the glove. I feel like this should be bigger. I could feel it right up there on my grip. So maybe it could be the size of my hand. Yes, right above that. Yeah. So maybe that come up higher. Or like I said, maybe it's just the fit on my hand.
That's what you're saying.
But overall, it was good.
Where your callus is, like your callus.
It could have just been the work I've been doing recently. My hands are chafed up, but I normally don't feel it. Generally, I liked them.
Pretty good. Certainly durable enough. I mean, no.
Definitely durable.
Yeah. No wipeouts today.
No wipeouts.
Couldn't test them that
way.
No
wipeouts. No, they're durable. I like them.
Nice. Yeah, me too. I felt like they were a good fit for me.
Definitely.
I see what you're saying about the...
Maybe do they fit you like that too?
They're right on my callus line.
Because I still have space between the edge of that and my finger.
Yeah, just a little bit, like if it was up.
And that's like where my calluses are. Yeah, if that thing came up just a little bit more. Some positive criticism there.
How'd you feel about the cuff? Do you like that?
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. I didn't need any more.
No.
But
no, the cuffs are fine. I don't want a long cuff because then my wrist, the cuffs are perfect.
Yeah, I agree. I like that too.
Definitely.
So, nice.
Yeah.
Good rip.
Good ride, for sure. Flint, what'd you think?
He's done. Good job, buddy. Pound it. So now just to wrap up some of my final thoughts on these Drop Tabletop Gloves. So after about 5 miles of fairly substantial riding, I did definitely enjoy these gloves. I think they fit me very well. They were comfortable, had nice overall grip, and seemed to be reasonably durable. Now, comparing them real briefly against my old pair of gloves, this is a pair of Specialized gloves. They definitely vary in terms of their overall fit and finish, their style, and the different features. Now, of course, mountain biking gloves are going to be somewhat similar in general. I feel as though they're made out of pretty much similar materials, but it's the style that's a little different, it's the shape that's a little different, and even the fit. So you'll see that the Drop gloves are just a little bit smaller. Now, I'm not sure if these Specialized gloves are an extra large versus the large on the Drop gloves. I can't really say for sure. The tags are no longer in here. Actually, looking closely, these are extra large. So these Specialized gloves were just a little bit larger to begin with. But my point for bringing these in, there is one feature on the Specialized gloves that I think has an advantage over the Drop gloves, and that is the reinforced area between your index finger and your thumb. And to me, that is definitely important. I'm looking here at the Drop gloves. Now, there is this nice soft material here, kind of allows you to sort of wipe your nose or wipe off your face if you're sweating or something like that, but there is no reinforcement through that area, and that is a very, very wearable section of the gloves. Like, for example, the bulk of your grip is right in there, and so I think having just that bit of reinforcement through here would help for the long-term durability of these gloves. Now, at this point, obviously, time will tell. After one ride, these are still in perfect condition, no real problem at all. But I'm just curious how long these will last. And I do feel as though if there's one spot where you do have that sort of wearability that may be an issue, it would be right in there. But other than that, I am very happy with these. I think, generally speaking, very comfortable. They fit me extremely well. I definitely like them, and I think they're good, stylish, comfortable gloves. My hands were comfortable, never had any sweat on them whatsoever. So, I mean, maybe a little bit, but they dry up, no problem. So I'm very happy with these. I like them very much, and I think Drop is on the right track with their mountain biking gloves. So, all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.